Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Man, I watched Moonlight this morning. Moon Knight. I don't know, man. This might be the best one yet for the Marvel. This might be the best one yet. And it was crazy how it was just going. It was so crazy. But I see how it is showing you that it has like 3 different personalities. Where you got the one guy, I can't think of his name, I'm bad with names. He's basically the soft tone and, very unsure of himself, just basically the nerd. Then you got one of the split personalities that is basically just wants to murder things, kill things. And then you got another one, which we just figured out was the superhero side of him, which basically came out to protect him. At the end, during the whole thing, he was talking to a bad chick earlier, and then he was supposed to be there, like he'll go to sleep and then he'll wind up in a whole nother country. So he in a whole other country. The guy with the long hair is basically holds people's hand to see if they're worthy or not. One of the guys, he was worthy. The old lady afterwards wasn't, so he drained her of her bad, I think her energy or something, and then she just died. And then once she just passed away and everything, it was like, whoa, this is crazy. And then he was basically in the scene. You would see them all around him choking him, and then next minute, all of them around him are dead. He done killed all of them. And it's like everybody's looking like, what the hell just happened? I'm looking like, what the hell just happened? And then next minute, he gets in the truck, tries to drive, and then a guy jumps on the truck, was about to take him out, and then next scene you see dude with a damn cupcake shoved in his head and killed. Like, it was crazy. That was real crazy. Real crazy. Now, the first episode, is showing that he's talking to other people, and then at the end, the guy found where he worked at. One of the things that was crazy was he got out of that alive, and then one of the personalities was trying to tell him a truck, and he had to go around the truck. So he went around the truck, he driving and everything, so it's like, okay. And then he ends up back in his apartment. So he's thinking the day is Friday, it's 7 p.m. to go see this chick. The chick he got, beautiful little chick. However, she telling him, yeah, I ate steak by myself because you never showed up. And she was trying to tell him it's Sunday, and then she basically told him lose her number. Women mad, especially if you stand them up. So he asked the waiter what day it was. The guy said it's Sunday. So he just ordered the food. He was heartbroken because he actually wanted to, have a relationship, go out with this girl. But one of his personalities was the one who set the date up, probably Mark, which I'm thinking. But the bad guy found where he worked, and then he went up, he went back there to see what was going on, and then it was a monster that was about to tear his head off. And then that's when one of the personalities was trying to tell him, look, I could protect us. Just switch to me so I could protect us. So while he's switching, the monster ripped in the door, went at him, and then all of a sudden, he got into the Moon Knight outfit, and he just started kicking the beating the living crap out of the monster. And the monster, basically is dead now, and then you just see him turn, as in, like, you see him in the Moon Knight outfit. He just walks off, and then that's when the credits come. Overall, I thought it was a 4 out of 4, man. I actually thought it was a 4 out of 4, man. This was a 4 out of 4. I think this is going to be a great series. This is going to be a great series. Great series. I love the pacing of it and everything. I loved how everybody was just, I loved how it confused you. It confused you at first what's going on, because first he's here, then he's here, then he's here. Then I forgot about Moon Knight is the guy who was schizophrenic, or, he had different personalities. And it was cool seeing it. And then he was being chased by, I think that was one of the personalities, like the guy and everything, like the thing that was walking behind him trying to find him. I think that was the guy with the long hair. I think that was him trying to find him, but and he found where he was at. I think that's how he was finding him. So that was interesting, man. Interesting show. I think the actor, they picked the right one for it. I forgot his name, but I seen him in something else. But he did his part to perfection. He was playing all these personalities, and that's the thing. You have to be a great actor to play Moon Knight, because you got to be able to switch from one character to another character to another character all in one, and that's hard to do. So this guy was doing a great job doing that, and I was like surprised, like for real. I was real surprised and everything, at the whole situation. I was like, okay, this is gonna be interesting. And it is. It's gonna be real interesting. It only has, I think, 6 or 7 episodes, so it's gonna go by fast. It's gonna go by fast. We'll see what's up. So I give the first Moon Knight 4 out of 4. He's always showing up late to work because he doesn't know the time, because he's in one place and another place. Then he noticed the fish was way different than the other one he had before, which basically means one of the personalities who took him over basically had the fish. Went and got the fish. So we haven't met the other personality, because he probably has another personality that's just a mercenary who just wants to kill everybody. Because remember, when he was in that other place, they were about to shoot it. They were shooting at him, and then and then you got this guy with the long hair. He's basically in a cult. We saw him, how he put glass in his shoes and stepped in the shoe. I was like, what the hell is this? I didn't know it was Moon Knight. I'm like, man, am I watching the right thing? Because I didn't even know. I forgot that Moon Knight came out. I was like, wow. Like, I didn't know. I forgot until I think somebody brought it up. I think LB brought, no, not LB, somebody else brought it up. Probably was probably Felton Moore. Yeah, Felton Moore probably brought it up. But yeah. But yeah, man. Now, a report came out today saying that Bruce Arians, for the reason for his stepping down is because Tom Brady has come back. I told you guys what was going to happen. And Bruce Arians couldn't help himself. He had to pull the cat out of the hat and say, y'all know why I'm moving to this position that they made for my white self. Oh my gosh, dog. Bruce Arians, see, people forget Bruce Arians has a big ego and he's an a-hole. And Bruce Arians is a terrible coach. He is. He's a terrible coach. He burns out. Players get tired of him. They grow out of it with him. That's why Mike Evans was trying to tell AB, man, no, man, just chill. Sit down, man. You good. Because they know how Bruce Arians is. Tom Brady don't like Bruce Arians. But Tom Brady is maniacal as well. Tom Brady, he wanted, I believe the story where he promised AB he would get him some targets. He didn't end up having it that way because, Tom probably was using him. And I'm like, hey, that's how it is. That's the business, baby. People use you. The only reason, that you've gotten jobs is because of your talent. They can use you. If they can't use you, of course they're not going to try to go out their way to help you. But Bruce Arians handled that whole situation wrong, and I told people that. I told people that when it happened. I said, Bruce Arians was wrong. And I said Bruce Arians should have been fired. He should have been fired Monday, and they should have suspended AB and brought him back so they could save face. But no, they wanted to be a-holes and say, well, we're going to let him go because he put these text messages out and stuff. It's like, come on, man. Y'all, the Buccaneers always handle stuff wrong. They did Tony Dungy dirty. They just told Tony Dungy you're fired and gave him till midnight. He had to leave overnight. He had to clean his office out and leave immediately because they were getting ready to bring John Gruden in. And all these Buck fans who were a bunch of racist white people, they was all happy for the move. And then I told people in the short term, I said, bro, if you'd have stuck with Dungy, y'all could have won. We could have won like 2, maybe 3 Super Bowls. Maybe. Probably 2, though. But y'all settled for just 1. And once you got to 1, they suck. They suck the next 3-4 years because John Gruden don't know how to develop talent. He don't know how to talk to people. And that's why I told people, I said, yep, that's why the Bucs going to lose. It was just karma. The Bucs went into debt. I think the Glazers went into debt because they paid for that Super Bowl. They paid for that Super Bowl. And then the week before the day or the 2 days before the Super Bowl, the Raiders changed their whole game plan to what John Gruden used to run. And that's how they won. And Dwight Smith was like, it's crazy. And then Jerry Rice and Tim Brown have openly talked about this where they were like, we never practiced those plays during the week. We changed those plays like a day of or day before the game. And that's when I knew, okay, I know what this is. They wanted to get Gruden his Super Bowl because they didn't like the Raiders or Al Davis. They didn't like Al Davis at all because they screwed him in the game against the Patriots. The Patriots shouldn't have gone to the Super Bowl that year, but they screwed the Raiders. But yeah, that's how it goes. But that's basically the reason. Tom Brady was gonna choke that man, dog. Tom Brady and him, I heard reports that they were shouting at each other in the locker room. And on the sideline they would get into it. Tom Brady was pissed off at the whole situation. Even the one with Antonio Brown, Tom Brady showed concern and showed empathy. Bruce Arians just said, oh, well, he don't need to be on the team or nothing. It's like, Bruce Arians is terrible. If Bruce Arians weren't white, he would never be coaching in the NFL, bro. I'm just being honest. And if you want to get mad at that, then you could be mad, go in the corner, sit there. You can piss on yourself, all I care. Bruce Arians is not a good coach. Never been a good coach. Offensive coordinator, he gets his quarterbacks killed. Ben Roethlisberger was never the same after Bruce Arians got a hold of him. Bruce Arians messed up on Peyton Manning. You know, he messed up a lot of these guys. Tom Brady was taking unnecessary hits. So now that you got him out the way, Tom is like good. Because see, Tom could work with Todd Bowles because Todd Bowles is a defensive coach. He knows how to work with a defensive coach because he worked with Belichick. Him and Todd Bowles are going to be able to communicate. They're going to be able to, you know, go over game plans and stuff. Like Bowles can show them different defenses, different looks, and that'll make them better. Todd Bowles to me is a better coach than Arians. Todd Bowles just didn't have the personnel or the quarterback in New York. Now, Outlaw said, well, his clock management and timeouts isn't that good. I'm like, well, yeah, he probably made the mistakes because, dog, the Jets are trash, dog. He made those mistakes because, you know, he had a team full of, you know, his teams wasn't that good. His defenses were great. His defenses were outstanding, but his offenses, it was like, oh, man, what is this? What is this that he's putting on the field? But, yeah. That's all of it, man. You know, Moon Knight went hard. That's going to be a great series. I think that's going to be a great series. I think it might be the best one yet. And Bruce Arians, yeah. The reason he stepped down was because of Tom Brady. Yeah, it was because of Tom Brady. You know, it was either take that position or it was either being fired. I told you guys, Bruce Arians should have been fired last year for how he handled the Antonio Brown situation. That was very tasteless. He was very arrogant. He was a prick to a man who he knows is mentally not stable. But yet he did all that because he knew he could. Because he wanted to throw around his power like, yeah, I'm Bruce Arians. Like you somebody. You won shit before Tom Brady, dog. He wasn't. You guys can say he was, but he wasn't to me. Bruce Arians is very overrated. Terrible coach. And a terrible coordinator, too. For real, for real. But, yeah, thank you guys for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if y'all love what y'all hear, go to the description box. Hit that Cash App link. That'll take you to the Cash App. You could donate whatever your heart desire. Thank you, Markel, for the Cash App. Thank you for Andrew Walker and Carcino for Life, man, from their super chats. And shout out to Carcino for Life, man. I really appreciate that, though. I know I said it plenty of times, but that means a lot to me, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, hoping, you know, paying respects and everything to my mom to get better. I appreciate all y'all. Joe Cool, thanks, man. I'll keep you posted, J. Cool. You know, Joe Cool. Call him J. Cool. I done create a whole name for Joe. Joe Cool and, you know, everybody else, man. Thank you, man. You know, it's rough, but hey, you gotta pay these bills, gotta be able to, you know, get things done. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Thank y'all for listening. We out. Deezy.